Welcome to the Music City. I am Emerson Arden in the virtual booth this evening, and I'm excited to be bringing you live coverage of the penultimate race on the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series season here at the virtual Nashville Super Speedway on the iRacing.com motorsport simulations platform. Unfortunately, I do not have a Will Tiller joining me tonight, wishing him the best as he has a medical issue to deal with. He should be all right for the next time we can see him, but just tonight was not able to make it. But tonight, it is the penultimate race of the season for the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series drivers. We have 8 drivers still competing for 3 slots that are still open. It is a unique mile and a third tri-oval that hosts what tonight is. It just might be the most important race on the season to this point. Seasons are going to be made today, and seasons are going to end today 1 week early. There is a lot of money still on the line, and if you are one of those 5 drivers heading into Homestead in 2 weeks time, you have a chance for 500 buckaroos to head your way. But even then, if you don't make that top 5, you still have a chance to get 60 bucks on the season's end. If you're in that 6th through 10th group, you still have a chance to get 6th, 7th, and 8th, which all get paid out a handsome amount of money as well. If all things considered, let's go ahead and take a look at our points standings coming into today's race, and there they are. It is Jeffrey Radke and Michael Madden, the 2 drivers who are locked in, the 2 drivers who have no pressure coming into tonight's race. Michael Madden, of course, with the win 2 races ago at Michigan to lock himself in, and Jeffrey Radke, who got it done last time out at Richmond. And so those 2 are locked in, and it's really tight on from there. Ben Park is 9 points to the good, Dalton McKinney 3 to the good, Matthew Greathouse 2 to the good. It is oh so tight though, because Andrew Harris and Wally Babb are 2 and 6 underneath the cut line. And those are 5 really good, really competitive drivers. But unfortunately, at least 2 of them will not make the playoffs tonight. Also, a thing to consider is Blair Holloman, Jason Green, and Jacob Zala. They are must-win scenarios this evening. Well, Blair Holloman, I guess not in a must-win scenario, but it's going to take a lot for Blair Holloman to get it done this evening. As for Green and Zala, there's only 20, somewhere in the range of the mid-20s in terms of car count this evening. Actually, we're only looking at 21 drivers this evening. So, if you're someone like Jacob Zala, Jason Green, 34 and 25 points below the cut line, it is going to be a hefty battle if you're someone that far below the cut line coming into tonight's race. There's a lot to play for, of course. Stage points are out there at the completion of lap 25 of tonight's 90 lap race. Lap 25 will award stage points. And so if you get the stage win, that can shift your boundary, your deficit to the cut line a little bit, but at the same time you have to win the stage and have some of your playoff competitors have some bad luck. So there's ways for them to point their way in, but realistically, Jason Green, Jacob Zala are going to have to bring their A game today, or they will more than likely not be competing for 500 bucks in 2 weeks time. So the drivers we're keeping an eye on tonight for sure: Ben Park, Dalton McKinney, Matthew Greathouse, Andrew Harris, and Wally Babb. All 5 of those drivers could point their way in or fall out of their point positions by the end of the night. Tonight's race has 90 laps at the Nashville Super Speedway, and it's going to be a fun one. We can transition back to the racetrack. You can see what I'm talking about though. It looks smooth with all the concrete under the lights. It looks fantastic, but do not be mistaken. This track is bumpy. It sat off of a NASCAR calendar for quite a long time. Those seams you can see very much defined there are out to get you, and there is atrocious bumps entering turns 1 and 2 and lying and waiting in turns 3 and 4 to catch somebody off guard. And it is going to be quite of a challenge, but it is a fitting test to see which drivers belong in the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series playoffs and who was a pretender all the way. So qualifying is nearing its conclusion. 20 drivers have set time tonight. And by the way, one of those drivers in a must-win situation, Jason Green, is your provisional pole sitter, as we have 15 seconds left on the clock. Nobody else is out on the racetrack, so we will just allow the time to tick down. But what a story it would be for Jason Green to enter 25 points below the cut line. And while with the pole, it is not necessarily a must-win, it all but is a must-win if your name is Jason Green or Jacob Zala. Zala starting in the 14th position, and that will be something that's gonna be a large mountain for him to overcome. We'll go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race, and it'll be up on your screen. Jason Green, of course, with the pole position. Andrew Harris in second, Ben Park in third, Matthew Greathouse fourth, Wally Babb fifth, Jeffrey Radke in sixth, Blair Holloman seventh, Michael Batten eighth, Corey Stahl ninth, and Michael Lepicki to round out the top 10. On the other end of the starting grid, it's Danny Dow in 11th, Dalton McKinney in 12th, Sean Kozier in 13th, Jacob Zala in 14th, Jeffrey Vickery in 15th, Sean Corcoran starts 16th, Jason Kratke starts 17th, Zachary Hines rounding out 18th, Spencer Brown will start 19th, and Connor Cunningham will start 20th. Daniel Park starts shotgun on the field. I guess shout out to our series director, Daniel Baldler, for doing all his work each and every week. And that's how these drivers will start this evening's race here at Nashville. I want to give a huge shout out to all of you folks watching at home, rooting and cheering for your favorite driver or drivers this evening here for the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series playoff race number 6, race number 19 on the season. And it is nearly go time, nearly time for these drivers to do battle this evening for tonight's race. And of course, huge shout out to everyone watching at home. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and drop a comment, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Show your who you are rooting for this evening here at Nashville. Of course, while you're at it, guys, drop down who you think is going to win tonight here from the Music City. And as these drivers will get ready to roll off of the starting grid, I guess I would have to make my race pick. I would typically hand it off to Will Tiller, but tonight I think I like, well, I don't want to keep saying the same name because I was going to say the same name I've been saying, but I think Andrew Harris then would be my my other pick. Andrew Harris is starting outside pole in that 87 machine, and Andrew Harris, of course, has been on a roll recently. He needs a little bit of a momentum boost heading into Homestead, and what way to get himself to Homestead and into Homestead of a great run than with a win in the race before. So I like Andrew Harris to get things done tonight here from Nashville as my race pick. Here you go, the drivers getting ready to do battle this evening here at Nashville. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action. It's sure to be a fun one tonight here under the lights from the Music City. It is Jason Green, Andrew Harris, Ben Park, Matthew Greathouse, Wally Babb, Jeffrey Radke, Blair Holloman, Michael Madden, Corey Stahl, and Michael Lepicki. As the field rounds turns 3 and 4 for the final time before the green flag will drop this evening, the iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety down in the pit lane, and the field is in the hands of Jason Green, and racing will commence here from the Music City. It is one lap complete here from Nashville, and The field is already off double wide, 3 wide in the heart of the pack as well. You watch on here, looks like Wally Babb, a little bit of a checkup down the bottom side. Got a truck way down low. Looks like that'll be Sean Kozier in the 97 dropping backwards. 3 wide here as we head down into turn number 3. That's Blair Hallman working to the inside of Danny Dow and Corey Stahl. 3 abreast as they come up off the corner, nearly into the wall, or maybe is into the wall as Wally Babb. Now Danny Dow riding the rear end of that 99 machine. Everyone bottling up here, though, in that battle for that 8th position. Off of turn number 2, the field starts to single it out. The bumps out to get these drivers. These drivers having to filter their way into line. Start to get into a rhythm here at Nashville. These drivers keep their eyes on the prize at the lap 25 stage caution this evening. Tight battle here between the Michaels. Lipicki and Madden going at it here. Lipicki up high, Madden down low. Madden drives it in hard into turn number 1. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway. Lipicki, we're in that really dark number 22. And it's Madden on the bottom side. Still side by side as they work their way out of turn number 4. Madden and Lipicki cross the stripe. That time goes to Lipicki. Madden still fighting hard down on the inside. He drove turns 1 and 2 really hard last time. Drives it hard again. Slides up there in the center of the corner. And Lipicki keeps that truck planted. They're still side by side in this battle for 6th. Working lap 5 of 90. You're not missing anything out in front. The top 5 still green. Harris, Greathouse Park, and Radke. And here we go. It's Madden and Lipicki still going at it for 6. Neither one of them giving an inch. Side by side into 1 that time. Madden turns his truck lower. He sends it through the center corner. Michael Madden clears up in front of Michael Lipicki. Does Lipicki have a run back? Down the back straight, Lipicki jumps out, but he will sit behind the 15 of Michael Madden. We'll find our way back here to this battle. This is going on between Zala and Corey Stahl. This for the 11th position. Zala on the bottom side, Stahl on the high side. And Stahl will back off on entry, allow Zala to clear on through. And now Lipicki could be in a boatload of trouble here under attack from Wally Babb. Wally Babb jumps out. Sends it down to the inside of the 22 machine. And in this early going here, these drivers trying to find their footing, trying to find the pace, not overdo it. You don't want to put yourself in the wall. You don't want to overrun your stuff and find yourself in a massive deficit here at the stage yellow. But you do want to be able to fight these guys off. And now Lipicki no longer in the playoffs after a great season for Lipicki with 2 wins. Oh, contacted Wally Babb, hard into the outside wall. Lipicki's going to spin down the racetrack as well. And the caution is going to come out. And that is a world of hurt if you are Wally Babb. I'm going to take a minute here and see what happened. We're going to catch it late, but Stahl also involved in this one just off the track. Wally Babb taking the massive hit. We saw this one kind of happening live, but here it is overhead. Lipicki maybe a little lower up off the corner, but Babb just comes up the track. With Lipicki, Sido is outside. They get together up off the corner. Lipicki and Babb go for a slide across the infield. But Babb's night just might be over. Get over a look at it here. Big hit there and knocks the whole nose out of it. Big impact there for Wally Babb. One of our playoff drivers who could have pointed his way in this evening. He's only 6 points below the cut line. That's not going to work, man. That is quite unfortunate. I take a When here and try to see on board Michael Lepicki. And yes, Lepicki was lower up off the corner, but he is still outside, and these drivers, you know, have to race with that in mind, that there's still a truck tier outside and you can't wash all the way up. It's a hard game to play, right? You know, if you're the inside truck, you're expecting the outside guy to, you know, wash up towards the outside wall. But if you're the outside guy, you're expecting the inside guy to keep it a little bit more tight knit up off the corner. And so it's really hard when two guys kind of meet there, especially when Lepicki really didn't move. It's hard, but to follow the natural flow of the racetrack is probably the best way to go about that. Very difficult instance here in the early going at Nashville. While we had a quick moment under our first caution period of the evening, we're going to take a step aside and hear a quick message from our commercial partner here from SRN, Butt Kicker. Welcome, race fans, back to virtual Nashville Super Speedway. We are here for race number 19 of 20 on the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series season. We're here for playoff race number 6 of 7. We are here for playoff race number 3 of round number 2 of 3 on the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series playoffs. All of that is what qualifies tonight's race as a very important and a fun one here from the Music City. Working our first caution period of the evening, it is Jason Green, Andrew Harris on the front row as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane. The field then in the hands of Jason Green, and racing will commence once again from Nashville. A much calmer start here in the first restart of the evening. It's Jason Green leading Matthew Greathouse, Jeffrey Radke, Andrew Harris, and Ben Park. Lasting champion there in that 5th position. And with these drivers still bearing in mind that we do have the stage caution coming around at lap number 25. Nothing too crazy, no 3 wide like we saw in the initial start of this race, as these drivers are still trying to feel it out. We do have this battle here between Radke and Harris. Radke is locked into the next round of playoffs. Andrew Harris could use a good run tonight. And Harris there trying to point his way in. He's got Ben Park and Blair Holloman hot in pursuit. And tied up off the corner, Radke clears up to 3rd. It's Harris 4th. Park and Holloman now going at it for that 5th position. 10 laps left in this first stage. Down low, Park trying to wrap that inside, but he's not putting it down on the yellow. He's not putting it down on the paint. He's still giving himself some breathing room. Opportunity to try to, maneuver that truck down lower if he needs to. Holloman just having to ride around that high side, not feeling phased, not showing any points where he is going to give up this battle easily. And Park Vera bobble up over the bump. Holloman able to keep it much more disciplined over the bump. They'll still be side by side. That time by the stripe was Holloman. But Park and Holloman still continue to do this battle on lap 17 of 90. Holloman in the green interstate batteries throwback on the high side. It's Park on the bottom side. The K&N filters, air filters, they're on the inside truck. And this battle now continuing to tick lap after lap. Now Park a little sideways up off the corner, but Holloman a little high up off the corners. Holloman clears Park in that battle for a 5th, and now Park sitting in that 6th position here. Now under attack from Michael Madden, who drives the entry to corner very hard. Nearly gets to the tailgate of the 13 machine, and it's Zala now sitting behind Madden. They'll be side by side down into turns 3 and 4. So Zala trying to get the run up off the corner, tapping the wall there behind is Danny Dow, and now Madden looking to the inside of Park. And Zala trying to look to the outside of Madden. A little bit of a pack of trucks here now. Park allows the inside to be opened up as Spencer Brown has a moment on the front straightaway. And now Park clears by Holloman. It's now Zala and Madden, my apologies. This is who Park got cleared by. Zala and Madden go at it now. Madden slides up the track. Zala trying to work around the outside. Zala will get cleared up to 7th. The battling continues here. Madden trying to fend off Danny Dow. He drives it hard on entry. Dow trying to turn that truck down to the inside. Contact. Sideways is the 15 truck up off the corner. They're going to be side by side behind. Dalton McKenney with a huge run to the inside. A huge head of steam. Looks like Stahl had a good run, maybe a move potential on Danny Dow, but he had to check up as McKenney was down to his inside. Now McKenney wrapping the bottom very nicely here. 4 laps to go in stage number 1. So McKenney clears by Dow. Now Dow backs up the corner, nearly gets contacted from the rear by Stahl. Now side by side is McKenney and Madden as they come up off the corner. 4 laps to go in the stage. Madden and McKenney, they will swap spots again as they battle it out for 8th. Madden and Zala and Park going at it for 6th. Up ahead. And Zala tries to get the slider. He slides way up the track over the bump. Park drives it down to the inside. I don't know if Park was ready for it, but he's trying to fight down to the inside. Zala shuts the door again. And these are teammates going at it, but Zala sent it. What a way to leave a present, a little surprise for your teammate, as now Madden and Dow go at it for 9th. And McKenney a run on Ben Park. This is the battle now for 7th. Nothing going on up front. It's Green with a 9/10 of a second advantage over Matthew Greathouse. As Madden and Dow still duel it out for that 9th and 10th position. The last couple spots in the stage don't look too soon as Stahl and Corcoran are closing the gaps behind as well. Things are tightening up for 2nd with 1 lap to go here in stage number 1. Greathouse and Radke duel it out here in that 51-3 machine for the stage. Green trying to continue to open up that gap. Greathouse sitting there in that 2nd position trying to fend off Radke. The tight battle here is now Madden under attack from Stall. That's huge for Madden. Now, good thing Madden is locked in to the next round of playoffs, but here we go. Off of turn number 4, the driver in the virtual must-win situation, Jason Green, is going to take a huge chunk out of it and win stage 1 here at Nashville. Great House gets Radke. Looks like it's Zala McKenney, and the caution comes out. So that will wrap up stage number 1, and it's Jason Green with the stage victory. A great run then for the 55 machine to take a huge chunk out of that points deficit he had coming into today's race. So the field will be coming to pit lane this time. Jason Green, the stage winner. Great House, one of those drivers above the cut line, barely. That's a huge chunk in the right direction for Matthew Greathouse. A huge run there for McKenney to run up the field. So McKenney will stay out as the field heads down the pit lane. Everyone looking to get service from their pit crews here. So down and away, that's Jason Green with the stage victory. We'll try to go around and find driver of the number 55. And we'll have the opportunity to talk to our stage 1 winner. There he is, driver of the number 55 with Jason Green. And Jason, I know, mathematically it was not a must-win situation, but coming into today's race, 25 points below the cut line. You'd have to think, or maybe you had to go about it as a must-win scenario. So far, so good.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thought process tonight. I mean, just doing what I've been doing all year, trying to consistently run the top 5. I think tonight, a clean air, I don't know what that was, but it's easy to pull away there. Setup's really good, feels really comfortable. And yeah, we'll see where this goes. Like I said, just gotta try and keep it clean. And hang on there till the end. Definitely need to get that win.
Absolutely, Jason. It's been a great run so far. Now McKenney may be pulling a little bit of strategy here with that first caution he pitted, so you'll be starting second here for the restart. How aggressive will you be as you try to find that clean air once again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you gotta get to it, right? So we'll see what the car does, if it handles a little differently once we get behind. But yeah, just definitely gotta try and keep pushing. Gotta stay aggressive tonight.
All right, Jason. And I imagine there probably will be a little math going on in your head, but for the most part, must-win scenario. If it comes down to it, is it all on the line? Would you give the little bump? What would you do to guarantee yourself a spot in the championship 5?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that kind of racer. I really try to race as clean as possible, especially with the guys I've been battling with all year. Especially being the first year on the series, right? Just you want to try and keep a good rap, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I highly doubt I'm gonna turn anybody. I don't want to do anything like that, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just gotta stay up front.
There you go, Jason. It's a great run nonetheless for you. A great run tonight with the stage victory. And of course, with 60 laps to go, all eyes are on you and the rest of your playoff competitors to see who will be competing for a championship in 2 weeks' time at Homestead. Congratulations on the stage victory. Best luck to you the rest of the way.
Yeah, we're going to put on the show. Thank you.
And that was driver of the number 55 in Jason Green, the stage 1 winner. And you heard him there. You know, he wouldn't, I don't know, because I guess, you know, things always change, and I mean, you want to say one thing as well, but you never know. Once you get behind the wheel of even of these virtual cars, things always change. But you heard him there. He doesn't want to be, you know, he doesn't want to lay a bumper if it comes down to it. And yeah, everyone, getting ready to do battle once again here for the second stage. It is McKenny with the race lead. Jason Green starts second with the stage victory. And it is Radke, Greathouse, Harris, Corcoran, Holloman, Ben Park, Zala, Dow, as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane. The field in the hands of Don McKenny. And racing will resume once again from the Music City. And we got a truck spinning up off the grass. That is Michael Lipicki down in the inside grass off the restart. Very unfortunate there for Michael Lipicki. He's going to try to get going once again. Out in front, it is still Dalton McKenny with the race lead as the field roars to life behind. The battle here for that second position, Radke and Green. Looks like Andrew Harris as well in the thick of it. This is the battle for second. Green trying to be aggressive, trying to keep himself up in the fight, keep himself near the clean air, give himself a chance. But of course, Radke, even though he's locked in, Radke's got his own things to race for. Harris, oh, we got truck sliding behind. The caution's going to come out. Ben Park in trouble. Sean Kozier. Ben Park and Sean Kozier, the two drivers involved in this most recent caution, the third caution of the evening, the second for incident. We'll see what happened here. Everyone loose on cold tires. Dow loose and Park loose as Park gets clipped by Michael Madden. Dow driving up the track. He's still sliding. Everyone gets caught out on cold tires, and then Hines coming through like a rocket, sends Stall down to the inside, and Ben Park and Kozier trying to avoid it. Nowhere to go into the door of Ben Park. Let's go back a little bit here and see what happened up into the corner. You see Park fighting hard here with Corcoran and Dow. They both had an awkward entry into the corner. You see their Park hits the apron. And then Madden kind of finishes them off there. Stall, big hit there. Kozier, nowhere to go. Take a look also what happened on the restart. Michael Lipicki in trouble here off the restart. Oh, he just ran over from behind. By his teammate, Connor Cunningham. Oh my goodness. Some friendly fire going on in the back of the field. And Connor maybe trying to get a jump on the field here. Yeah, he tried and just drove through him. I mean, that is incredibly unfortunate to happen to a teammate. Now, something did happen under the last caution on pit road. So we'll see here. Something amiss for Connor. He had to drop to the rear, or he got a penalty or something. So that was for Connor. And then, of course, we had one more thing go on there before the stage one caution. Spencer Brown had a moment. This was back here off of turn number 2. He pounds the wall, goes to the grass. And Spencer Brown carries on with his race. And so, with that, working our third caution of the evening, and working lap 55 of 90. I know the hype is starting to build up for the 6th Speed Racing Network season. And while there's been, announcements in terms of what series we're going to run, we will trim down from 2 truck series to 1. The Cup Series will make a return and all that jazz. We do have something to announce tonight, of course. With the season coming to an end, people are going to want to start making plans for next season. And we can go ahead and, speaking of next season, bring out the Speed Racing Network Season 6 schedule. And so, here we go. There they are up on your screen. Next season's duels begin January 16th, 2024. And for the most part, this will follow the normal NASCAR schedule. Daytona, of course, will start the season of a couple weeks before the NASCAR schedule kicks in. So that's where Chicagoland and the Milwaukee Mile will kick in. Then we'll go on with week 2 at Atlanta, Las Vegas Auto Club, Canadian Tire, Indianapolis, Michigan, Texas, and Talladega. And about there is where we would talk about, playoffs. But there'll come more races, Rockingham and Kansas, before we head into an alternate playoff structure. For next season, we're going to have 5 races in the playoffs. 2 race rounds for the first 2 rounds. Darlington and Homestead round 1. Charlotte and Iowa round 2 before our season finale. We'll be back here at the Nashville Super Speedway. And so that is our schedule for the next season. Very, very intriguing. Cannot wait. Very excited for next season. And there's your schedule, of course. Daytona, Chicago, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Las Vegas Auto Club, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park, Michigan International Speedway, Texas, Dega, Rockingham, Kansas, Darlington, Homestead, Charlotte, Iowa, and Nashville Super Speedway. We, of course, can revisit this in the future. But as we get ready to go to battle once again, the iRacing.com safety vehicle. Find it safety down the pit lane. The field still in the hands of Don McKinney as racing will resume from Nashville. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Oh, no. Michael Madden. Oh, big accident. 6 trucks involved, maybe more. The big one at the Nashville Super Speedway. We'll try and see what happened here. Up off the corner, looks like that's the 52 of Spencer Brown. Comes down, makes contact with Michael Madden. Madden gets clipped up into Dan Park. Looks like it's Zach Hines down on the inside of the racetrack then, trying to avoid it. Hines is slowing down. Vickery can't slow down. Cunningham piles in there. Had no idea that was going on. Then and Park comes in here and slams in, making a 6-truck pile up in the front straightaway at Nashville. You can never look at it there. It all happened so fast. Spencer Brown turns Michael Madden up into the outside wall. And Madden goes for a slide up on the outside wall. Good for Madden. He is locked in to the next round and is not very affected by this. We'll ride on board with Connor Cunningham to see what he saw. And so there's Brown wrecking, the field wrecking, and keeping your foot in it. Oh, he tried to power through 3 trucks there. Just not enough muscle, I guess, to get through or under those trucks. Connor was coming in there with a huge head of steam, though, and he kept it pinned too, for good measure. We'll see what happened. Look from Vickery's point of view. Wreck happens right in front of Vickery. tries to slow down, just not able to, and then is absolutely demolished from behind. Then Park, he was back here, not even a part of the incident, and then it just jumps up in front of him. That is unfortunate. Dan Park, the other driver involved. Here, he gets hooked into Hines, trying to avoid it. Did a great job, Hines did, and just nothing Hines could do after getting piled into from behind by Vickery and Cunningham. Oh my goodness. One more look at it here. Wow, man. I mean, Vickery got massive air. So I'll pile up here in the early going at Nashville, working our 4th caution of the evening, our 3rd for incident. We're going to take a step aside. We're going to hear a quick message from our commercial partners here at Speed Race Network. Butt Kicker. That's a message. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Nashville Super Speedway as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane. The field back in the hands of Dalton McKinney. Racing will resume from the Music City. And the caution is going to come out. Well, I think for Radke's case, it's a good thing that he was locked into the next round, because boy, oh boy, that could have been quite treacherous there. Quite a bad outcome. So the caution comes out for the 5th time this evening. We'll see what happened. Radke started to get loose up off the corner. He had Jason Green to his inside, and most of the field will come in and pit now. Green will stay out. So as Radke spins out, Harris gets spun from Jacob Zala. Zala pounds the wall down. Greathouse pounds the wall, trying to avoid it. Holloman, oh my goodness, man, squeaks right through there, avoids it. And then it's going to be a pile up on the racetrack. As a few trucks will run into one another. Oh my goodness. Be quite something to break down here. And we will see here up off the corner. Wow. Harris somehow finds a way to avoid really getting torn up in that. Radke up on the high side, gets loose over the bump, I would imagine. Oh, Zala took a big pound to the outside wall. See the hit that Zala took. This one was a hard hit here. Oh, gonna feel that one, man. And then the other big piece of that was Blair Holloman somehow missing the brunt of that one. See here, we'll slow it down. Nearly into the back of Greathouse. Locks up the rear brake, slides down the track right in between two nearly wrecking vehicles. What a job from Blair Holloman to avoid really getting in that incident. I mean, that was something else. But in that one, we have a couple trucks that are going to be down the pit lane for a minute there. Connor Cunningham coming back down from that last incident. Madden down and away. Kozier went a couple laps down from the last incident. We're now past the halfway point here at Nashville. And Green reclaims the lead. Green doing a great job today for what it's worth. Coming into today's race, 25 points below the cut line. Pole and the stage win and all that jazz. He would add about 12 points to his total. But, you know, his cut line is unfortunately Matthew Greathouse, who's having a good day today. But Greathouse was 7 behind Ben Park, who's having a crazy day today. Greathouse made up 6 of those in the stage on Ben Park. McKenny is having a good day. He only made up 1 point on Ben Park in the stage. Still 5 to make up in the race, and now they're next to each other on the track. But McKenny and Park now come down to the 2 drivers on the cut line. Bab wrecking out is huge. Zala with damage. Well, he was in a Mustang situation. It was going to be tough for him. Andrew Harris is up there at second vote trying to steal the show away, and he's having a great run. He did not get stage points, but Harris having a great run out here. And as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, working our 5th caution of the evening, Jason Green is going to lead us back to green here in Nashville. And the caution is going to come out again. Jacob Zala in trouble. in what was a must-win situation for Jacob Zala, not having the best of days. We'll go back and see what happened to the 25 machine on the restart here. And he gets turned from behind by Jason Kratke. Big hit to the outside wall there for Kratke as well. A little bit more to the story here. So we'll see what happened to Kratke on board. There, gets it up into 4th gear. I'm not gonna mince words. Jason Kratke never turned for the corner. I mean, he got to the turn. The steering wheel did not. That is incredibly unfortunate for a playoff driver to, even though he's in a must-win scenario and it wasn't already going his way. I mean, that I'm just calling a spade a spade. That one is very, very tough to watch. So Zala goes for a spin here. Looks like he will avoid major damage to his 25 machine. It's Kratke who takes the brunt of the blow. Now with 41 laps to go, Jason Green still has yet to pit along with the rest of the top 6. When will these guys make their final pit stop? Is Green, Greathouse, Harris, Dow, Stahl, and Brown have not pitted as of recently. They last pit on lap 27 on the stage caution. As for Sean Corcoran in 7th, he pitted 5 laps before everyone else behind him did, where McKenney and company pitted on lap 48, or I'm sorry, 44. McKenney and Ben Park, Radke, Dan Park, Lapicki, Hines, Vickery, Holloman. Sorry, Vickery, they all pitted on 46. Holloman was involved in the next caution with Madden and Zala. They all pitted on 49 and Cunningham. And then drivers pitting under this caution, Kratke and Kozier. Also want to announce Wally Babb has made a return to the race. He was in the pit for about 40 minutes getting that engine replaced in iRacing terms, and he is down the way. There's Wally Babb, his truck moving under its own power for the first time in about 40 laps. So great news there. Working our 6th caution of the evening, want to give a huge shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Racing Network. A huge shout out to, of course, Fiverr, Glitch, and Z-Grills for all of their hard work on each of the respective nights. Couldn't do it without all of their support. Of course, tonight, Fiverr being the Fiverr Truck Series partner. A huge shout out to Fiverr for all the help they had they'd given us this season. Admin Box has been on your screen all evening long, and of course, Admin Box is our starting grid presenter this evening. A huge shout out to Admin Box. Make sure you use code SRN-box, that's BOXX, for 10% off of your Admin Box purchases. Butt Kicker you have heard from already this evening. A huge shout out to Butt Kicker, our commercial partner here at Speed Race Network, and we could not do what we do without all of the support from Butt Kicker. Select blinds of our incident replays this evening. They have been hard at work tonight. And EPI, of course, with our Victory Lane presentation. That will be soon to come. And so the field is double wide and getting ready to go. as the iRacing.com safety vehicle is going to find its safety down in the pit lane. As Zachary Hines passes the whole field on pit entry. The field will be in the hands of Jason Green. And racing will commence here from Nashville. So Jason Green leading once again here in Nashville. 37 laps to go. And the racing goes on here in this battle. This is for third. Stahl and Greathouse going at it. Greathouse, one of those drivers looking to point his way through into the next round. Dow now fighting through. So trying to get cleared up to fourth. Side by side, the field rounds their way around the French straightaway. Jason Green, by the way, has just ran his fastest lap of the race. And everyone working their way through the field here. Here's McKinney and Park. They can't seem to get away from one another as they battle it out here in the thick of the field. 8th position for the two of them battling it out here. Park drives it deep down into turns 3 and 4. Madden has a huge run through the corner behind. Trucks pound the wall down there. That was Jeffrey Radke in the 3 machine. As McKinney, a huge run trying to work to the outside of Spencer Brown. Brown doing a great job of holding him up. Here it comes Park to the inside. McKinney dives down to the inside in front of the 13 truck. And dives down to the inside of the 52. Now he has to whoa up for the corner. Park trying to take it easy on entry to follow McKinney through the corner. Up off the corner, McKinney now trying to clear up to 7th on Spencer Brown, and he is not clear yet. Brown fights back hard on the outside. And now Brown falls down a little bit, the running order, as Park now works his way through. He's cleared by the 52. Now Radke trying to get a piece of the action, and Madden. The battle here now between Brown and Madden. This for the 10th position. And Madden trying to make it easy here, and he does. Holloman and Vickery here as Holloman needs some help. Holloman has got to work forward if he's going to keep himself alive and well. In the points battle this evening, came into today's race 12 points below the cut line. And now trying to fend off Jeffrey Vickery. A battle here between Radke and Park. They'll be side by side down the back. Park up high, Radke down low. And Radke drives it deep through the center of 3 and 4. Over the bump. Radke clears Ben Park. Radke goes up to 8th. Battling for second, Harris and Greathouse doing battle. Greathouse up in front of Harris for that second position. As everybody starts to single it out, the battle falls to back here between Vickery and Brown, 13th and 14th. Now tight here is Dow powers through by Andrew Harris. Harris trying to get with the crossover to the inside of the 2 truck. He couldn't get there up off the corner, and Dow now trying to solidify a podium finish here. "30 laps to go here from the Music City." It's been all Jason Green tonight. He's got a 1.5 second lead over Matthew Greathouse, Danny Dow in third, Andrew Harris fourth, Sean Corcoran in fifth. Dalton McKinney sat sixth, trying to make a run through the field. Stahl seventh, Radke eighth, Ben Park ninth, Michael Madden. But top 10. Behind him, it's Holloman, Michael Lepicki, Vickery, Park, Brown, Cunningham, Zala. The rest of the lead lap, Kozier, Kratke, Hines, and Babb, the rest of the field. And a great job here and battling here. Radke now powers by Corey Stahl. A great move there from Radke to go up to 7th. Oh, Ben Park into the back of Corey Stahl. Now Stahl's going to slide up in front of the 13 machine. Way up the track is the 54 of Jason Kratke, the lap truck. Big time moment here as everyone scatters trying to get through. Everyone starts to park up behind the 3 of Radke. Look at Holloman all over the tailgate of the 13 truck. He looks at the inside, maybe 3 wide between these 3. Oh my goodness! Park nearly gets his truck turned by the 10 truck as he tried to cut down in front of his nose, while Stahl was trying to virtually do the same thing to Park. But Park was able to work down to the inside. Holloman now trying to follow suit of last season's champion. Also some tight battling going on here between Harris and McKinney. McKinney's made easy work of the rest of the top 5. I'm sorry, of Sean Corcoran. As Park trying to clear by Stahl, not yet. McKinney still working on Harris. We'll get those 2 battles in frame as much as we can as Ben Park does clear by Corey Stahl. Now Dalton McKinney, he's made it through Corcoran, trying to work through Andrew Harris, but Harris is not gonna give it up easy. Harris 2 points below the cut line, trying to fight with a driver who could be on the cut line in McKinney. A great battle here. This potentially could be who makes it in and who doesn't. For Ben Park's sake, coming into today's race, 6 points above Dalton McKinney. If Ben Park can just keep pace with McKinney up the running order, he should be okay. But also, Greathouse is starting to outrun Ben Park, and it's going to be really tight here at the cut line. When you factor in the day Andrew Harris has had. Corcoran now getting through Andrew Harris, and this is not good for Andrew Harris, as Harris has got to work his way forward. Harris cannot keep falling backwards. Radke gets through Andrew Harris. Now Ben Park trying to find a way through the 87 machine. The strategy's unfolding. Andrew Harris, one of those drivers who only pitted at the stage 1 yellow, has yet to pit after the stage 1 caution. Ben Park now trying to work his way through V87. He stuffs his nose to the inside of Andrew Harris. A little bit of contact, a little bit of door banging as they come up off the corner. Here comes Holloman once again to push the 13 truck. Harris slides way up the track, Park clears. Now Radke and Corcoran go at it for 5th. Radke slides through the 43 and clears up in the 5th. Now Radke, he's got 5 lap tires, fresher than Sean Corcoran. Ben Park does as well. McKinney trying to close this gap to the trucks in front, but McKinney finds himself at a 1.2 second deficit, but has 14 lap fresher tires, and now truck's trying to pit. Andrew Harris trying to pit. And so this can be huge for Andrew Harris if he can time this stop out right and get the most of it. So Harris comes down to the attention of his virtual pit crew, and more drivers working their way down the pit lane. Corey Stahl's coming in. Spencer Brown is in as well. And so Harris is down and away. And so the top three here are going to have to think about pit stops very soon. Tie battle here between Ben Park and Blair Holloman. Holloman does have 7 lap fresher tires than Ben Park. So everyone continues to do their thing here from Nashville. Jason Green, Matthew Greathouse, and Danny Dow still the top 3, but they still have yet to pit here. 16 laps to go at Nashville. If Andrew Harris has already thrown in the towel on making it to the end of this race, then I don't believe there is a way for the top 3 to make it. From then on, it's Dalton McKinney, the highest driver who did pit, at least at the halfway point. And so from there, it's McKinney, Radke, Corcoran, Ben Park, Blair Holloman, Jeffrey Vickery, and Dan Park, the top 10. From there, it's Madden, Michael Lepicki, Connor Cunningham, Jacob Zalova lead lap. But the drivers who have pitted now here in the 70s, Stahl, Andrew Harris, and Spencer Brown, they all pit on 71 or 72. And so the grab bag of strategies coming to life here at Nashville. The closest battle here between Park and Sean Corcoran in the 6th position. As we eagerly wait to see if Green, Greathouse, and Dow are going to pit. 14, now count it, 13 laps to go here from Nashville, and there's a battle for a second. Danny Dow has risen to the occasion. Dow gets to Matthew Greathouse, catches and passes the 51 machine. Greathouse tries to fight it, and Greathouse comes down the pit lane. Are we starting to get into the territory of a 2-tire stop? Is that potentially on the table for some of these drivers? And now the leader, Jason Green, is coming in. This is huge, playing the strategy of hoping for a yellow. It just didn't pay out for Green, Greathouse, Stahl, Harris, or Brown yet, as they all have come down the pit lane. The last to pit event, Danny Dow. And Jason Green, our stage 1 winner, potentially having to call it here. Down and away is the 55 machine, but we'll be battling Corey Stahl, Andrew Harris, on pit exit. Sideways is the 55 on the pit exit, and Stahl gets on through. Andrew Harris gets on through. As Danny Dow still leads here in Nashville, 9 laps to go. And you're just hoping here, if you are someone like Stahl or Andrew Harris or Jason Green, that with this many laps left, that it's tight enough that these drivers can't save that fuel. It's going to be quite the battle, but Dow continues to go another lap. How much longer can Danny Dow go? Trying to go for his first win on the season, and for Dow, the first win in many a season here in SRN, if not his SRN career. A great position he's in here now, so go yet another lap past the pit lane. The battle for 5th arises once again as Corcoran and Vickery go to work. Green and Greathouse, they get by Andrew Harris. Vickery to the inside of Corcoran in this battle for 5th. And Vickery powers by the 43, maybe. Still trying to clear, and he does. For the first truck a lap down, it is quite the battle here. It's Green and Greathouse and Stahl all fighting to beat a lucky dog. In the thick of trucks on the lead lap. Greathouse, a great run. He gets to the inside of the 55. Now Greathouse clears up to 13th, but more importantly, the first truck 1 lap down. Green fights it back, and the leader is in. Danny Dow cannot go anymore. What a wild and topsy-turvy race here for the penultimate race of the season. Down and away is Danny Dow, but not before Green and crew gets on through. And Green now the first truck 1 lap down once again as they fight through the battle of Blair Holloman and Sean Corcoran in their battle for 5th now. Jason Kratke has come down the pit lane. Out in front, it's Dalton McKinney for 1 second advantage. As Holloman clears through his battle. More battling here as Greathouse gets back by Jason Green. It's going to be a hard-fought battle for Jason Green to get there, but looks like it's not gonna happen. 2 laps to go here from Nashville. 2 2/3 of a mile to settle it. Dalton McKinney came into today's race only 3 points above the cut line. He's done everything right. After starting 12th place on the grid. 1 lap to go here from the Music City. Dalton McKinney goes as they continue to battle it out for 12th behind him. Greathouse and Green. McKinney's just gonna let this battle go. No need to fight it. Slowing down half a second, Radke tries to close the gap, but off of turn number 4 for the second time this season, Don McKinney is a winner, and Don McKinney is going to Homestead. Radke's second. Ben Park should point his way in with that third place finish. And with Harris finishing so low, it should also be Greathouse pointing his way in. The only point of contention maybe will be Blair Holloman, but what we do know for sure is a third driver is locked in, and it's Don McKinney sitting in EPI victory lane. Is that what he's gonna leave us on? Well, nonetheless, he might be out of field, but a well-deserved celebration for a driver. Not only getting his second win on the season, but locking himself into the Championship 5 at Homestead in 2 weeks' time. Don McKinney, you, sir, are going for $500 in 2 weeks' time at Homestead.
Man, that's pretty cool. I put a lot of thought and stress and whatnot these last couple weeks into just having a chance at it. Love Homestead, so really fun race. A lot of tough battling with all the contenders, and really happy to bring it home with a 1, 2, and 4 finish with victory there with some teammates. So nice job on all them guys, and boy, that's fun, and I can't wait to get to Homestead.
Absolutely, Dalton, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe your only ever win the season was at Milwaukee, but that's true. Feel like it's been a minute where you've been able to close the deal out. We've seen you've had pace week in and week out, but to finally get back to it here at Nashville right at the end of the season, the penultimate race of the season, get that momentum rolling at the right time. You know, it may only be 2 wins on the season, but is this probably the second best point to win over the next race out?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, especially in the spot I was in. You know, I came in 3 points to the good, but after the stage 1 or the stage break, I was the only one out of the guys that was kind of, I think there was 6 or 7 guys that kind of had a chance at it, and I was the last one out of that there for a long time. There when we had that caution around lap 10, I made a pretty aggressive move to come down and put some tires on. We only had 3 sets, and to lose 1 on lap 10, I knew it was you know, a gamble, but felt like it was my only chance to get any stage points, and I restarted 17th or so, got up to 7th, was able to get a few stage points, and then whenever everyone had pitted on the stage, I just stayed out. You know, tires were a little older, but we had a bunch of restarts there, a bunch of cautions. I was able to keep the tires cooled down, keep the track position up front, and just kind of buy some time, get through some laps, stay up front, stay out of the trouble while I was on them old tires. I did not think I was going to be able to do that, but for it to be able to hold on that long, and then as soon as we got inside the fuel window, I dipped in to get my second set of tires. I feel like I left a set in the pits.
Yep, you only pitted twice today.
Yeah, I left a set in the pits, and as soon as I could make it on fuel, come in, get the fuel, get them second set of tires, and just hope for a long green flag run. I just was real steady, slow. I wasn't real worried about passing all them guys because I knew they had a pit. And then it was just once I got out front, just no cautions. And I've had a lot of bad luck with cautions in this league this year, especially stage cautions. So glad to have some luck on my side this go around.
Absolutely, Dalton. Again, I feel like I've seen you have pace week in and week out, but to finally get to close the deal once again here for your second win on the season, I'm sure it's going to do you wonders. But now, 2 weeks to prepare for Homestead, where now at minimum you'll leave out of there with $80, but you have a chance to, you know, walk out there with $500. How do you go about your preparation now, especially with the added week? I know, you know, the build week could potentially change some things. So how do you go about all that preparation?
Well, having a great teammate like Radke also in it is going to help us a lot. We'll be practicing a lot of evenings, We push each other. We sit there and just run hard lap times, and we just make each other faster. So having a teammate like that, and all my other teammates as well, a couple guys that weren't even in contention still for points, they were still coming and practicing with us this week. Um, Having their input, having their trucks on the track with us, that helps us so much. So just keep them guys in my ear, um, and then just try to come in as focused as possible and see what we can do. Homestead's a really good track for me, and I know it's a good track for my teammate as well. So we are gonna come ready. I know that.
I guess that's all you can ask for, Ven. If you're a spectator here for the Speed Race Network Fiverr Truck Series, and Dalton McKinney, once again, congratulations on your second win of the season. But I think more importantly, the win that secures your spot for Homestead in 2 weeks' time. Man, congratulations. Best luck to you in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks, man. I also like to thank my girlfriend. My buddy Tyler was watching. My little cousin, my cousin little Joe, he's watching. Thanks for putting this broadcast on. Thanks for all the guys putting this league on. And yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. And that was driver of the number 46, our Nashville race winner, Dalton McKinney. And so a great job then from the number 46 machine and everyone at Fret Level Midnight Motorsports. We got another driver out of Fret Level Midnight Motorsports to talk to this evening. It'll be driver of the number 3, our second place finisher tonight, and Jeffrey Radke. And now, Jeff, you were already locked into Homestead with a win earlier in the round, but now another second place finish to back it up. A great team 1-2 for you two, and it seems like the momentum is moving at just the right time for this team to have a great shot at Homestead in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we're riding the momentum wave. Kind of got a little bit too ahead of myself there halfway through and got loose through 3 and 4. Just had to get to the back and recoup myself. And we started working on some strategy, and luckily, strategy played off there at the end.
Absolutely. That kind of slipped my mind. Yeah, you did have that big slide out of turn 4. Imagine, was that the bump, or was that more cold tires?
Cold tires, and Green and I were racing pretty hard side by side, and I just got in a little higher than I was expecting, and there wasn't much grip up there. So I looped it around. Unfortunately, I collected Harris, which I wasn't trying to do, but not much damage, and it just changed my strategy from there.
Well, absolutely. You had a great run there. I believe, yeah, you pitted there at lap 49, Ven, Jeff. And so a great run through the field. A team 1-2-4 is what Dalton mentioned. Yeah, everything kind of fell into the right place for you. Now, I know you'd been locked in for a little bit, so you could have maybe had a little extra time to focus on it, and you didn't have to really focus on preparing for tonight. But has that preparation already started for Homestead? You'll be leaving at least a minimum out of there with $80, and you have the potential to leave out there, 500. Has that already come about, or have y'all just been in talks about it?
Absolutely. As soon as I locked myself in Richmond, I started running laps at Homestead. So we're getting dialed in. Hopefully, I can get it down to a science, and we can go show these boys what's up and win the whole thing.
But there you are, Jeff. Another great finish to back up not only the win last week, but now a second place finish here. A lot of momentum in your favor, Jeff. Congratulations on the second place finish tonight, but more importantly, best luck to you at Homestead in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Absolutely. And that was driver of the number 3, Jeffrey Radke, out of Fret Level Midnight Motorsports. And next, we'll have the opportunity to talk to our third place finisher tonight, driver of the number 13, Ben Park. Again, our last season's champion. Now, I don't have the 100% confirmation, but I would imagine with a great run here at the end of the race, Ben, that this should lock you in for a second season in a row into the Championship 5. But nonetheless, a great run today here, Ben, when it really didn't look like you were going to be able to get a top 3 out of it, but the strategy and a whole bunch of other factors played in your favor after a wild early and mid portion of the race.
Yeah, that was something, huh? Spun out got involved in both of those mid-race crashes. Was something crazy.
And with all that, go for it.
No, I don't even know, man. What you
But-
got? Let's
but
do this.
With all that frustration, or I guess adversity, how do you? I mean, I know you have the confidence of getting it done last season, the championship, but how do you put that past? How do you just keep eyes forward and give yourself a chance? Is it maybe the I guess randomness of the series almost, or you just knew you had a great piece or great strategy to pull through?
I mean, I knew I was fairly fast, and having Reece Schaefer in my ear the whole race is just, it's unbelievable. The amount I gained from just having him spot for me, talk me through stuff, is great. Love that guy.
Yeah, man, Reece is great. I know we've been teammates for a while, and then I know he's been your spotter the past couple seasons. It's done wonders, Ben. Now coming up is Homestead, 2 weeks time. I don't know if you put any thought into it or just need to get there first before you can really put some practice for it. But if you are a part of that championship 5, at minimum you leave out of there $80. But I know Max, you want to go for the repeat. How are you gonna go about it preparation wise and thought process?
I'm just gonna do as many laps as I can. Just try to repeat. That'd be crazy, huh?
That would be something, especially because I think just like last season, we don't really mention Ben Park up until when it matters most.
Yeah, I'm never the favorite until we get to the end of the championship.
Flying under the radar is a trait I think a lot of drivers wish they could have, and so far, if it is true, you pointed your way through. Which coming into today's race, just looking at the context, he came into today's race 9 points above the cut line. Now of the playoff drivers, he had one of the lower point totals in the stage, but the third place finish should all balance that out. You should be all good. Where I believe you'll be in that championship 5. But again, just an incredible run tonight, despite everything that was thrown at you. I think it shows a lot of what we could expect from your bounce back tonight as you try to head into Homestead.
I'm going to give it all I got.
Well, congratulations then, Ben, on your 3rd place finish tonight. And if indeed you did make it into that championship 5, congratulations and best luck to you then in 2 weeks' time in Homestead.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Check out the Jonathan Byer Racing store. Get some cool gear.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale going on. It's a great plug there, Ben. For sure. And Speed Racing Network shop as well. JB
For
runs
sure.
both of them, so.
For sure. Check them out. Emerson, you do a great job, man. We appreciate the broadcast. I know my grandma watches every race. We appreciate you.
We appreciate y'all giving us a great show to broadcast every week, man. And yeah, just knowing you for the few years I have, man, it's been great to see your progress throughout the way or throughout the time. And yeah, man, just try to put the best product we can each and every week, just like y'all do on the track. Appreciate the kind words, man. And yeah, best luck to you at Homestead.
Thank you.
That was driver of the number 13, Ben Park, out of Bird Dog Racing. And we'll go ahead and shift our attention to the post-race results this evening, as it was a little wild from how it all came to fruition there at the end. And so we'll go through our post-race results. There they are up on your screen. Dalton McKenney with the race victory, securing a spot at Homestead. Radke, who won at Richmond 2 weeks ago, finishes 2nd. It's Ben Park finishing in 3rd position. He should be pointing his way in with that 3rd place finish tonight. It's Jeffrey Vickery finishing 4th. Blair Holloman in 5th. It'll be Sean Corcoran with a nice 6th place finish for the Garage Shop. It's 7th for Daniel Park in the 7 machine. 8th for Michael Madden. 9th for Michael Lepicki after the first caution of the evening. Connor Cunningham will finish in that 10th position. It's Matthew Greathouse finishing in 11th. It'll be intriguing to see where or who that 5th driver in the Championship 5 will be, as Jason Green Man, he gave it his all with the pole and might get most laps led and the stage win. He gave it his all, man, but Green is going to come home in the 12th position with a wild run to try to get it done today. We'll just see if it was enough. Jacob Zala will finish 13th, and the last driver on the lead lap, it's Corey Stahl finishing 14th, Andrew Harris finishing in 15th, Danny Dow in 16th, Spencer Brown in 17th, it'll be Sean Kozier-Ven in the 18th position. Rounding out the rest of the field, then Jason Kratke in 19th. It'll be Wally Babb in 20th. 21st will be Zachary Hines, and that is how the field will wrap up tonight. Babb, sat on the pit lane and waited for a brand new engine to get placed in his number 299 machine. He tried as he might. It was going to be a long shot for him either way, but quite unfortunate to be involved in that opening incident of the race. And Babb will finish 20th, 38 laps down, and after what was a good season for Wally Babb, he'll have to go back to the drawing board and try it again then next season. So while I don't have official numbers, I can more than likely say that Zala and Babb and Jason Green more than likely did not make it. Of course, we'll wait for official word. More than likely that'll have to come next time out, or you'll have to stay glued to our social media platforms to hear the official Championship 5 standings. And of course, with our socials being our Facebook page at facebook.com/speedracingnetwork, our X page at x.com/speedracingnet, our Instagram, instagram.com/speedracingnetwork, our YouTube page at youtube.com/speedracingnetwork, our Twitch at twitch.tv/speedracingnet, our LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/speedracingnetwork, and our website, of course, we can keep up with everything, including news, schedules, and points, and all that jazz is awaiting you at speedracingnetwork.com. As soon as the series points are updated, you'll get to see them on the website first. So that's where you can keep up with all of our social media platforms. Again, we gave a shout out to our partners here at Speed Racing Network during the show, but of course a shout out once again to Fiverr for all of their hard work each and every week and piloting the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series. Admin Box has been on your screen all evening long, and a huge shout out to them, of course. Admin Box, make sure you use code SRN-box, that's BOXX, for 10% off of your Admin Box purchases. EPI, of course, with our Victory Lane presentation. Our Into the Replay production this evening provided by Select Blind, and of course Butt Kicker we heard from multiple times throughout the show this evening. A huge shout out to Butt Kicker, of course, as we couldn't do all of what we do here at SRN without them. Well, it was a great night tonight, and if you're watching on YouTube, we would really appreciate if you would subscribe and like the broadcast. As you made it to this point of the show, you at least had some sort of investment into it, or you really enjoyed the product. With that, we would greatly appreciate any support you can give. With that, you can also join the Speed Racing Network Premium Membership Program. For $4.99 a month, you can get access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers and photos, early access to new content, member shoutouts, members only live chats, and priority reply to comments. And once again, to join today, you can hit that join button next to the subscribe button on our YouTube page. Well, I believe then that'll do it for us here from the Music City. It was a great race today here from Nashville. We had chaos, we had crashes, we had strategy, we had the feel-good stories, and we had some of the heartbreaks. But we did have it all tonight when it came to the Speed Racing Network Fiverr Truck Series, round number 19 of 20 here from the Music City. Once again, I want to give a shout out to Will Tiller. Hope he's doing well. His medical, it's not an emergency, but he did have to miss tonight for medical reasons. So wishing him the best, and hopefully we'll have Will Tiller back as soon as he is physically ready to go. But for us, that'll do it here from the Music City. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. for all at Speed Racing Network. I am Emerson Arden. Thank you all so much for watching. And we'll see you either tomorrow night to see who makes it into the Glitch Truck Series Championship 5. We'll keep it going here from the Music City. Or in 2 weeks' time, when the Fiverr Truck Series boys seal the deal from the Homestead Miami Speedway.